Hey gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey and this is a 2023 Ram 1500 Limited Elite 4x4 crew cab with a HEMI V8 under the hood. And while not much is really changing for the 2024 model year, sadly this HEMI is going away in 2025. So in this video, I'm going to give you my top 5 likes and top 5 dislikes of this 2023 and the 2024 model before we say goodbye to the HEMI forever. Stay tuned. All right, gearheads, I would be remiss if I did not start this list of 5 likes and dislikes without talking about my number 1 like, and that is, yes, the HEMI V8, which will be departing us in the 2025 model year, going to the Hurricane engine inline 6. Here we've got the tried and true 5.7 liter HEMI V8 with the eTorque system that really is a modified alternator, as you can see right here. This engine makes 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed torque flight automatic transmission. This eTorque system really does help in stop-and-go traffic and adds a little bit of low-end grunt, 130 pound-feet of torque at the low end, which really adds to the overall power and efficiency of this engine, and really is one of the reasons why I love this pickup truck so much. I love that it's a V8. I love that it sounds like a V8 and works like a V8. Not only do I like the sound of this V8, the power of it, the efficiency with that eTorque, and I do air quotes because we'll get to that here in just a minute, it just feels like a proper truck, and it does not feel too heavy or underpowered in this HEMI setup that we have here. Setting out this thing, she'll move, and it makes such good glorious noise out of those dual exhaust ports back there. It really is a good engine. This 8-speed transmission shifts nicely and smoothly. I've not had any problems with the torque flight, though we'll get to that here in just a minute. This really has been a calm, comfortable vehicle and a stellar powertrain that makes the impending electrification and hybridization and ditching of the V8 all kind of a tough pill to swallow. For 2025, the most powerful gas-only engine will be a version of that Hurricane Straight 6 we tested in the Grand Wagoneer. And then you get the 3.6 Pentastar tied to an electric motor drive system in their Ram Charger. And then you get the full electric Ram Rev for 2025. So for 23 and 24, if you want a HEMI V8, you better act quick. And that brings me to my number 1 gripe of this vehicle, and the reason why Ram is ditching the HEMI V8, going to that twin turbo inline 6 and going to a full electrification suite of engine and powertrain options with the Ram Charger and the Ram Rev. The fuel economy in this one, the window sticker says 17 city, 22 highway, 19 combined, and in over 100 miles we're averaging 13. So yeah, that's not great. This is a very thirsty vehicle. It is colder here, and we are kind of wimps when it gets below 60. We've remote started this a lot. We've been filming with it a lot, which also means kind of leaving it idle and drinking down the fuel a little bit more. But we have taken this on some extended drives as well, and we're just not seeing the window sticker EPA rated fuel economy. The fuel consumption has been a problem, which makes it my number 1 gripe in this vehicle. Being a HEMI though, It does lead me into my number 2 like of this, and that is its capability and its power, its towing, its comfortability as we're out driving around. We do have the 4-corner air suspension, and when properly equipped, the payload in this pickup truck is 2,300 pounds. Which we put to the test thanks to my parents. So we absolutely have to talk about this multifunction tailgate. Yes, it works as a traditional tailgate. You can drop it down, sit on it, do anything you normally would with a tailgate. But if you close it, turn your hand over, you can open it in a barn door style fashion, kind of a 60-40 split, and it allows you to get all the way in to the bed without having to worry about the tailgate at all. And when you option for this tailgate, you also get a step down here that allows you to get in and out easier as well. So I've got the vehicle all the way in its lowest ride height right now. With this step out, it is very easy to get in and out of, which takes me to loading this up and taking full advantage of the payload back here, in which I did have my parents help me out as I helped them out with a load of mulch. Let's cut to that. We've got anywhere from 400 to 800 pounds of payload back in the bed. The load leveling air suspension righted the sag that we had back there in the back. Now we're going to see just how well this air ride does with the payload on the highway. What do y'all think?
I think some will fall off.
No. I sure hope not. Let's not drive that crazy, right, Tucker? Now, the great thing about my rear view camera mirror is it is mounted on the top of my cab. So even though I can't see out my back window right now, I can flip that and see right over top of all of this.
That's cool.
So again, just thoughtfulness.
Yes.
Through and through on this pickup truck.
I really like it. This is a cool truck.
Yeah.
8 cylinders and gets good gas.
Yeah. And is not even breaking a sweat with that payload in the back.
No.
It actually rides a little bit better.
Yeah, I think so.
So weigh it down and yeah, that air ride, top notch.
Yep. Definitely.
See, Tucker, I'm doing my best not to lose any of them.
Yep.
He put them right up against the back. Now, the fun part is we don't have a forklift to unload them. So yours truly gets to climb back there and show off the trick tailgate and everything that can be done with this one. So why don't we go ahead and cut to that footage.
Job well done.
Dad, particularly, thoughts on the Ram 1500 as work truck?
Hey, it works pretty good.
I am impressed.
Yeah, really.
It's not only a work truck, it's a nice
build.
Yes.
Yes, it is. It's well.
I think they may be in the market now. We'll see. Back to my solo review. Yep, I would say this is a very good tailgate solution to a problem we didn't know that we had, but works quite well. So my number 2 dislike is a bit of a reach, but as somebody who has owned a pickup truck for many years, I'm just not a fan of the rotary dial gear selector. I get it. It's electronically actuated. I get it. There's a lot that you can do with an electronically actuated gearbox in this one, like automatically put it in park when you turn the vehicle off, things like that that you can't do with a column mounted shifter. I just prefer a column mounted shifter in pickup trucks. You still get it in the 2500s, but here in the 1500, you get this rotary style. This being the limited elite trim, it is a fancier knob than, say, you would get in a Bighorn or any of the other trims. This is the nicer version. It's just not my favorite way of interacting with the transmission every time you get in the vehicle. And then you do have push button controls for your four-wheel drive. I like the placement here for a right-handed centric community. Me being left-handed, I do kind of like General Motors left-handed controls for four-wheel drive, but it all makes sense right here, and it isn't hidden by anything like the steering wheel, no matter where you sit. Coming from that dislike of the rotary shift knob, I would say my number 3 like of this pickup truck is the interior overall. This is such a nice interior. Ram really changed the game when they introduced this generation 1500 pickup truck, and all the other automakers had to play catch up when it came to luxurious interior appointments. And for 2023, we got the full digital gauge cluster here. The 22 models still got your analog speedometer and all your auxiliary gauges with a digital center section. Now we've gone full digital for 2023 and 2024. We also get a head-up display up here. We get a 12-inch infotainment system here with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, running Uconnect 5. That does have a lot of shortcuts built into it. Really like that a lot. We also get your digital rear view mirror here. That's a nice touch. Leather wrapped dash with nice quilted stitching even up here. Someplace you're never going to touch. It is all nicely padded. You get wood accents tastefully adorning all the interior appointments on this one. Lots of metal, lots of leather, lots of nice touches. Again, this center console with metal limited badge here. Again, if you get the more Western Laramie Longhorn, you get the belt buckle here. Really like that. And just lots of different options here. I like the design of the seats. We get leather and cloth, which is a nice touch. I like mixed use materials. It really is a premium cloth. I love the interior colors. This is called Indigo and Frost. So you get this blue here with this light kind of almost white cream colored interior portion here. You don't have to get this light interior color, but it definitely helps air out this cabin. And even though we don't have the panoramic roof in this one, with this lighter color ceiling in our pickup truck, our tester here, it isn't too dark and overbearing in here. This really is a nice, very comfortable interior, and we haven't even talked about the back seat yet. These are perhaps the best in the business because they recline. They have taken the mega cab learnings and applied it here to their traditional crew cab truck and given you a truly comfortable rear seat here. Pickup trucks have always had an embarrassment of space back here, and this recline function takes full advantage of it. I've still got plenty of room behind myself at 5'10", and I'm quite comfortable here. Not only does the seat recline, but it is heated and ventilated. So very comfortable rear passengers in the back seat of the Ram 1500. So while, yes, I really like the interior of this pickup truck, the screen is a little lacking and a little dated. So General Motors has gone with their wide displays, and they've got 13 inches. Toyota's got a 14-inch display, also in wide format. Ford has gone more vertical like Ram here. I don't mind the vertical so much. It's just the way they utilize it, or don't, as the case may be. You might have noticed when I was showing the shortcuts earlier, we do have 360 cameras in this, but I feel like this is a completely underutilized layout for this pickup truck. You do get good cameras. You have a bird's eye 360. You have a decent backup camera with trajectory. You're just not utilizing the space all that well. You could very easily move this down and have more screen real estate for your rear view and still have your bird's eye down here with all your shortcut buttons for all your different cameras down here. I just feel like with one of the larger screens and being the leader in going to bigger screens in pickup trucks, you would imagine that Ram would at least learn from and update this with over-the-air updates over the years. It is absolutely something they can fix in software, I do believe. It's just unfortunate that they don't make the most of it in all of their different modes. Another thing, if we go here into your home screen, you can do a bunch of different tiles, which I really like and it works fairly well. You can also customize what tiles are on here. So there are some good things about this layout, but also some kind of head scratchers as well. And while Ram may not have utilized the space on the screen here to its utmost, what they did utilize to its utmost is storage space in here, which is my number 4 like of this pickup truck. Storage space, all the storage space. There's so much to talk about. We'll start over here in front of the passenger with your dual level glove boxes. So you have a nice felt lined upper glove box here where you can store quite a bit of stuff, just for quick access, all behind this wood panel. You get a decent sized lower glove box as well. You can see our owner's manual, a bunch of Monronis in here for our test vehicle, but you can get quite a bit in there as well. I'll go ahead and show you on my door over here, just all the storage that Ram puts into the doors. So you get this storage pocket here that is a little bit underutilized. There's no like bottom to this part right here. So if you drop something, it's going to go down here, but that's still a nice storage option right there. Get a lot of storage down low, including this rubber lined dual cup holder. So nothing's going to rattle around in here, and you get 2 different sizes for this cup holder opening, and this does come out if you don't want to use it. So that's really nice. Coming over here to the center console, so nice. You get a dual level armrest, so you get a little bit of storage here that is felt lined, and you have a USB-A cord here with a channel to run a cord out if you're using that USB-A. And then you can lift this up and get into the lower storage, tons of lower storage. And down here, get a little Easter egg with all the different Ram models, and you get this little flip up divider because this center section moves. So we had the Ram TRX earlier that had a console mounted shifter, so we didn't get this movable center section here. I really like this. So you have absolutely massive pass through here. Holly was able to put her purse in here and hide it completely underneath this sliding panel. I absolutely love it, and you can either leave it open all the way across, or like I said, you could flip up that divider. So that's a nice touch. You get 2 slots here for phones. This is your Qi wireless charger. This is where you can run a cord up and have a secondary phone going. You have USB-A and USB-C ports galore in this vehicle. A little bit of storage here as well, but yes, very massive storage down here. Then you get your 2 cup holders underneath this wood panel here, even more storage back behind this back panel, and then you can rest some pins in here if you have to. So tons of storage up front, and then you get panels here, or little places here on the sides of the center console as well to store some more items, maybe some gloves up front if you need it. And now even more storage back here in the back. So very easy flip and fold second row seats. We've already got this folded down, but you've got this floor extender right here for under seat storage behind the rear seats. That works very nicely. We were able to store some items we went shopping for yesterday under there, absolutely no problem. And then even more storage underneath the floor in these Ram bins that are removable. So if you put some stuff in here or get these dirty, whatever the case may be, you can absolutely take those out and clean them. Those are under both sides here and are accessed from the doors. So you can just store even more stuff completely hidden, as you can see here, under the floor mats. And then Ram even gives you tie downs on the floor back here in the back. So if you do want to flip up the seats and secure some cargo confidently in the back of your pickup truck, you absolutely can. So storage absolutely wins out here in the Ram 1500. That brings me to my number 4 dislike of this pickup truck, and it is such a nitpick, I know, but I had to stretch and nitpick to get 5 dislikes on this truck. There's no massaging seats up front. Yes, they're heated. Yes, they're ventilated. I like that a lot. Yes, I have 2-person memory here on the driver's seat with a tilt telescope steering column that isn't power, and manually adjustable pedals down here, which is a huge win for my wife and I, but no massage here in the front when competitors like Ford and GMC offer that. It does seem a little bit like a miss when you're going to a luxury pickup truck like this. Okay, let's talk some honorable mentions of this pickup truck. This being the limited trim, it is one of the 2 top trims. You can also get the Laramie Longhorn, which is the more Western themed top trim. But I really like the understated elegance of this pickup truck. It's got chrome, but not too much chrome. It's got LED lights, turn signals, fog lights. It's got all the things you would expect for a luxury pickup truck, but it does it in kind of an understated way. We've got 20-inch wheels instead of 22-inch wheels, which, yes, you can option 22-inch wheels on this. You get the power deploying running boards. You get that overall big truck stance and attitude with this pickup truck. You get those chrome mirror caps, and these are towing mirrors, so you can flip them up. It just works all the way around in this. I really like this pickup truck. It looks good. I've gotten a lot of compliments while we've been testing and driving this one around, and this Delmonico red absolutely grabs people's attention too. All the chrome accents really help set this one off as well. We talked a little bit about the air suspension when we were talking driving impressions of this one, but I do want to show you just some of the different capabilities of this air ride suspension in all of its different ride heights. So we can go into this max off-road 2 ride height, which in this trim with these 20-inch wheels versus the 22s that you can't option on a limited, definitely gives you more off-road capability, gives you more ground clearance, and definitely gives a more rugged off-road appearance as you're driving around. This thing gets really tall, but because you get those power deployable running boards, it isn't overly tall that you can't climb into it when it is here in this current off-road 2 ride height. And then we can drop it all the way down into its entry exit ride height, and there are 5 total different ride heights to talk about in totality. So we have off-road 2, off-road 1, normal, aero, which is where it automatically goes when cruising down the highway, and entry exit, which is where we are dropping down to right now. So we're currently in aero, about to be, yep, here we are in entry exit ride height. So very adaptable suspension, very comfortable in all situations, and yes, a very comfortable ride and handling in all situations as well. And while we don't get massaging seats in the front seats of this, those back seats absolutely make up for it. And in fact, the value proposition of this truck really is amazing. Again, this is the top trim, the limited elite, which is like everything they can throw at you. And the price tag on this 23 model doesn't even crest $80,000. We're 79 and some change, but still that number starts with a 7. Your competition from GMC, Ford, and Toyota all top 80,000 when you get into their tippy top trim. And yes, there are some things I could throw on this, like the pano roof, like the 22-inch wheels, that will get me over 80,000. But the way this one is equipped with the air ride suspension, which not everybody offers, and with the HEMI V8 under the hood, this really is a very strong value in the luxury pickup truck segment, and makes me kind of sad that this configuration is going away. Sadly, my number one gripe with this pickup truck is such a nitpick, it's not even funny, and that has to do with this back seat. While it is one of the best in the business because it is both heated and ventilated on the outboard seats, and you do get this amazing fold-down armrest center console here in the center seat. Well, my biggest complaint about it all is it's split wrong. The 40% is here on the driver's side, leaving the 60% to be over there on the passenger side. And as you can see, with Tucker's child seat put in place, this is kind of wasted right here. If Tucker's child seat were in the 40% section, we would be able to flip up the 60% and get under the seat just a little bit better, even though we've got a nice fair amount of underseat storage in this one. So like I said, it is a nitpick, but just Ram, you got it backwards. Why? All right, gearheads, so that about does it for my 5 likes and dislikes of this 2023 Ram 1500. As you can tell, I really had to stretch to find 5 things I really disliked about this pickup truck. It really has been pleasant to experience for a week around Thanksgiving here in East Texas. There's a reason why these are the family vehicle of East Texas. I'm talking full-size pickup trucks. These really are everywhere. And this tailgate, while maybe laughable on the surface, actually proved to be quite functional. If you want to see more stuff like this from us, be sure and hit that subscribe button down below, ring the bell so you are notified every time a new video drops. Find us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube. Everything is at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for me, I'm gonna say goodbye to this HEMI V8 in about the only way I truly see as fitting, and that is to give this thing a farewell rev and one last send. Before we get into the fart with a HEMI V8 under the hood, and frack.